Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit more of a personal video than I normally do. Not really any kind of crazy editing or really anything like that. My community really wanted me to take a couple different Nen type quizzes to see what my personality fit into the Hunter x Hunter world. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely hit that like button, and thank you guys so much for watching. But okay, so let's get into, we're gonna get into the first one, which is U quiz, and then I have another one on Quote TV and ProProfs. These are the ones that I saw recommended on Reddit, a couple different places. So yes, let's go into it. What's my name? My name is Damon. Let's start the quiz. Choose a political philosophy.
That escalated quickly.
You drinking tonight, trying to decide if I need to pour up or not. I am indeed drinking tonight. A little bit of Jameson in the cup. We're gonna lock in democracy today, baby. What am I motivated by? Myself, my inhibitions, my ideals, my pain, and my happiness. Others, their injustices, their shortcomings, the highs and lows of humanity, or something else. I would definitely say I'm motivated by myself. I feel like I'm a very self-driven person. I'm very disciplined in a sense that like to give you an idea, like I finally recorded Sakamoto Days, the next arc explained for Otonoki Lab, and that shit was an hour and a half long recording. It'll probably get cut down when it gets edited, of course. Probably get cut down to like 50 minutes or so, but to give you an idea, yeah, that was a long period of recording, and I was just sitting down and I was like, I don't want to do this, it's so long. But you know what, I stuck to it and I did it, and I don't need anybody else's approval. Like, I know what I can do. Yeah, I would myself. I find out a loved one has been kidnapped. I'm presented with an ultimatum: mutilate myself in painful, irreversible ways, or watch as the same torture is inflicted upon my loved one. What scenario came to my mind? I'm in a room with my loved one and the perpetrator. My loved one is restrained in some form. I'm in a room with, okay, so hold on. I find out a loved one has been kidnapped. You're presented with an ultimatum: mutilate myself in painful, irreversible ways. Okay, what did I picture? I'm in a room with my loved one and the perpetrator. My loved one is restrained in some form. I'll be honest, that's exactly what I pictured, but I'll read what the other options were. I'm in a room with my loved one and the perpetrator. The perpetrator holds my loved one at arms. I'm watching live stream footage. My loved one is restrained. Watching live stream footage. Perpetrator holds my loved one at arms. I'm in a room with someone and the perpetrator. Someone is restrained in some form. Oh, is this implying I don't have a loved one? Oh, okay. No, so it's definitely this one where I immediately, what came in my head is I was in a warehouse with my lover and someone holding, like, restraining them in a rope or like some shit. Did I think the last question was dumb? I wouldn't say it was dumb. No, that's a little mean to say. I wouldn't call it dumb immediately. No. Choose a line from Disco Elysium. I haven't played Disco Elysium, so do not yell at me. What's up, that one, MF? But yeah, choose a quote. Kim Kutsuragi. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. Absolutely the fuck not. In Suladinian Phasmid, you are a violent, irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Given enough time, you would wipe us all out and replace us with nothing, just by accident. Okay, it's an interesting line. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than realization. It's pretty realistic. It's not okay. Volition, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have, but it's still something. Streets and sodium lights. The sky, the world. You're still alive. Based, the Inland Empire. This is a man with a lot of past, but little present and almost no future. Volition, it's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it. No. Stebbin, in the dark times, should the stars all go out, and Iazov Lydianovic Droz. Men without ideals are only animals. Absolutely not. Okay. So I would have to say these three speak to me the most. This I would say doesn't speak to me on like a personal level. It speaks to me more on like a damn, that's pretty fucking tough and hard level. So I wouldn't really pick that one. And while I think this is a really cool quote, I wouldn't say it speaks to me. It's more of like a realistic interpretation. I would say this is somewhere to be. This is all you have, but it's still something. Streets and sodium lights. The sky, the world. You're still alive. I just feel like that speaks the most to me here. What result do I want to get? Enhancer, simple, well-rounded, and takes well to abilities that mix and match Nen types. Transmuter, flexible. The ability chosen is intimate and familiar to the user's person. Emitter, versatile. Abilities can be used for a number of circumstances unrelated to combat. Conjurer, high risk and high reward. I get out what I put in. Manipulator, insidious, fast acting with a deceptively wide array of capabilities. And specialist, surprise me. I really don't know. Simple, flexible, versatile, high risk and high reward, insidious, or surprise me. I don't know. I don't know what I would pick. This is the toughest question. I'm tied between manipulator and transmuter probably, because I feel like specialist is just very cocky to say. Like anyone would just say they're specialist, right? Surprise me. I really don't. Yeah, just fucking surprise me. Choose a critically acclaimed, historically significant literary work. I haven't read any of these. Let's go with old school. Have I read any of the books on the previous question? Nope. I chose based on half-baked biases. Let's do it. Have I ever been interested in fashion, even as a passing thought? Absolutely the fuck not. How did I first get into HunterxHunter? From internet forum recommendations and social media. Who's my favorite of the main four? Gon, Killua, Leorio, or Kurapika? Definitely Killua, probably. And choose a sin. My sin is definitely sloth, or it's pride. Probably, my sin is probably pride, if I had to say anything. Pride, and because I'm not really sloth. I wouldn't really consider it greed, wrath, or envy. I would probably consider my sin being pride, of all things. Let's see what it is. I'm a conjurer. Analytical, reserved, and creative. When people compliment you, it's usually a comment about your intelligence or thoughtful nature. You're frequently haunted by your fears, anxieties, and memories of the past. Relax. There's always tomorrow. And the craziest thing is, like, I actually feel like that's so true. That really speaks to me, I feel like. That's super, just that sentence alone, I feel like is pretty legit, in my honest opinion. All right, so I'm a conjurer. That's at least from the first quiz, I'm a conjurer. Kurapika is a conjurer. Hey, let's go. All right, Nen type quiz from ProProfs. I'll post the link in chat so you guys can keep up with it. Kite is a conjurer. Fuck Kite, man. I don't want to be the same type as him. Bullshit. All right, what's my HunterxHunter Nen type? Am I ready for a quick HunterxHunter Nen test? If so, play this Nen test and discover your Nen personality. Let's see. Are you very determined to reach your goals? Hell yeah. I would say I'm pretty, I'd say I'm pretty fucking determined. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to hit start. Okay. Yes, I am fucking determined. I would say so. Are you honest, frank, and free from ambiguity or pretense? I mean, I'm honest. I mean, like, I definitely think that, like, I don't think... I mean, being honest, I think I can stretch the truth at some points in time in my everyday life. I would say sure, yes, a bit. Do I consider myself selfish? To a certain degree, yeah. I definitely consider myself a degree self, but I also feel like I'm selfless in other things. I would say a bit. Am I eccentric or strange in a way that is alluring or entertaining? I don't know. You guys tell me. I feel like I'm a little bit different. I don't know. Yes, a bit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of these questions kind of suck. Yugi D said, yeah. China Doll said, yeah. Vex said, yeah. Okay, interesting. Def entertaining. I'll take it. Do I enjoy pranking or misleading people? I mean, it's fun. I mean, but I don't do it all the time. I mean, yeah, sure, fuck it. It's fun to do. Do I hide my true self from others? I would say not at all. Definitely not anymore. When I was younger, I used to, but not so much anymore. Life is too short. I don't give a fuck what people think of me anymore. Either like me or you don't. If you don't, fuck you. It's that simple. So I would say, yeah, no, I definitely don't hide my true self anymore. Do I have a unique personality? I don't know. You guys tell me. Again, I feel like this is a kind of very pretentious. I saw your tweets of you giving hope to an anime only of JJK. You're pretty much. I won't lie. Yeah, well, I do like to troll. I do like a little bit of trolling, especially when there's not like when there's not any kind of actual stakes, and I know I'm not hurting the person, and it's funny in the long run. I love doing a wee bit of trolling. Everyone says yes. Okay. Okay. Of course I have. That's what separates me from others. Am I unpredictable in nature? Thank you guys. You all are so nice. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad I'm doing this with the real ones. I think I'm pretty much a creature of habit. People always know where to find me. I don't really go too crazy. I feel like I stay within my bounds. I feel like if you understand me, I'm very dictable. Thanks, John Coffee. I feel like I have a routine. Yeah, I'm not really predictable. Nah, the stream upload schedule is very predictable. Okay, yeah, not at all. Not really. Yeah, I feel like I am indeed a creature of habit. My ADHD keeps me honest, and that's the truth. If my routine breaks, I go fucking crazy. Am I usually nervous, anxious, or excited? Oh my fucking god, all of the time. Do I find myself to be serious? Not at fucking all. I would say not much. I can be serious, but not much. Do I often get quick changes in my mood and temper? I mean, to a degree. I mean, no more than the average person. I mean, like, I feel like I'm pretty patient and I can handle a lot of different things, but I ignore all the no-op rants during stream. Shut up. I feel like I'm pretty chill. I don't feel like I fly off the handle. I mean, I feel like I have the potential to. But I feel like I'm pretty good at keeping it together. I'll say, not really. Chill as hell, bro. Love talking to you. I love talking to you guys. You guys keep me sane, to be honest with you. Am I easily excited or aroused and tend to get very emotional? I would say... I'm like no more excitable than the average person. Like, I don't think like I don't really get very emotional. Sometimes someone brings up Renji and I go off. I will consider myself a little emotional, a little bit excitable. I guess the rants are fair. Okay. Am I inclined to act on impulse rather than thought? I would say not really. Not really. I feel like I'm a little calculated. To a certain degree, I'm a little calculated. Am I capable of reasoning clearly and consistently? I would say probably pretty well. I feel like if we need to get to business, I feel like I can handle business pretty well. Do I have a strong desire for success or achievement? I would say so. Am I indifferent about most things? Yeah, I would say quite a lot, in my honest opinion. I have my hyperfixations, and that is about that. Do I have an extraordinary ability to attract other people? I don't know. It depends on what you mean by attract. If you mean like pull people in like together under one common goal, I don't know. Man's built a whole channel on reasoning and consistency with logical discourse. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I guess me being a YouTuber is fair. I guess I didn't want to. Okay, I guess that's fair. Am I independent or uncommitted to other people? See, so those are two entirely separate things. I would say I'm a very independent person, but I'm committed to like my family and like my significant other and you guys, and like making sure I deliver good content that you guys all enjoy. So I wouldn't say I'm uncommitted to other people, but I would say I'm a very independent person. I grew up most of my life as a single child. And I was grounded a lot. So very independent in my honest opinion, but that's neither here nor there. No, I need to know he's very interesting, charismatic, funny, and very, very invested in making sure every JJK character dies. See, you get me. Thanks, legend guy. Do I have something special that separates me from others? Sure, because I know you guys will all say yes. So sure. Let's just say yes. Do I see myself as a complex person? Yeah, probably a little bit. I'd say I'm a little. I've got a couple layers. I would say I've got a couple layers underneath there. Let's see, what the fuck am I? I got specialist. I have a charismatic, unattached, and individualistic personality. This is a way too mysterious aura. I think it went. I didn't like this quiz because this quiz. I definitely liked the other quiz a little bit better. This quiz. I mean, the other quiz wasn't really that great either. But this one was. The questions were kind of a little hard to answer, in my honest opinion, because like unattached, I would say is very untrue. While I'm a very independent person, I would say I'm not very unattached. No op out here copying Kurapika's methods. True. I guess I literally just am Kurapika. All right, last one. 1 is least like you, 6 is most like you. Okay, and this is the one I heard the most about on Reddit. This is the one that a lot of people were saying was pretty good. What you think matters more to you than what others think. Oh, 110%. That's a 6 without a doubt. I don't even need to think about that. I will never give up on anything, no matter what. I'd say that's a little bit of a 4 because there's definitely things that I'll give up on. I feel like I'm a pretty resilient guy, but there's definitely a lot of things where I'm like, yeah, fuck that. It's not worth it. So yeah, I'll give that a 4. You make decisions based on more what I want right now than what is practical or best for you. Example, I'll eat too many sweets even if I know it'll cause a stomachache later. I really am more of like a long-term person. I think very much in long-term goal than I do think of in like immediate, but I do have like that spontaneity. I do think of like that instant gratification at the same time. I'm a little more on the practical side than the spontaneous side, but I do have a little bit. I'm often indecisive and feel uncertain about things. Very untrue. I usually pretty much almost always know what I want to do. Whether I execute it or not is another story, but I usually almost always feel like I pretty much know what I want to do. So I'm a very decisive person. During a disagreement, my first instinct is to assume I'm right and I know better than other people. Depends on what we're arguing about. That's for damn sure. I mean, if we're talking anime and jujutsu, just nonsense on Twitter, I'm always right and I always know better than the other people on Twitter. That's without a doubt. I can say that pretty confidently without even any question whatsoever. That being said, in a realistic argument, like if I'm arguing with my girlfriend, I'm going to accept her perception and try to see things her way, almost always. And I always do my best in real life to try and make sure I'm taking the other person's perspective into account, because I never want to be a selfish person or feel like I'm exerting my will over someone else, because who the fuck am I to do that? Which is why, like I said, when I said before, like I almost always know what I want to do. It's not always that I execute on it, because I always take someone else's opinion into consideration. Especially if it's not just my decision to make. Like if I'm deciding for food with my significant other, like even if I know where I want to eat, I'm like, hey, where do you want to eat? You sure you don't know where you want to eat? I feel like you don't know what you don't want to eat where I want to eat, so maybe I'll pick a different place to make sure you are very good on where you want to eat. You know what I mean? Like even though if I already have somewhere in mind, like something simple like that. So like I feel like that's a 3. A 4? I feel like it's a little bit right in the middle. All right, maybe it's a 4. Other people's opinions don't matter to you. I would also say that's a 4, because 9 times out of 10, I will, and my girlfriend will say it all the time, I will always fight. I don't care if I'm the only person. Like, if I believe something, I will fight against 15,000 people and be the only person that believes what I believe. I really don't care. If I feel like I've come to the logical conclusion that I have, and I have the evidence that backs me up, and as well as everything that I need to feel like I am in the correct, and I have 1,000 people telling me that I'm wrong, especially if it's a subjective, obviously if it's objective, like I don't think the earth is flat, and like, you know, stuff like that, but like subjective opinion, you know, you can't be right or wrong in subjective opinions, but you get what I'm saying. But at the same time, I also care what other people think to a certain degree. I would say I'm like a 5. Once I have a goal in mind, achieving it matters more than anything. That's a pretty high 5 as well. I'm very cautious by nature. I'd say that's very true. I'm a very cautious person. I'm always, it mostly stems from my anxiety, but I'm always thinking of the worst possible things that could go wrong before I do something. And it usually has stopped me from a lot of different things in life. Have I had a very strong passion for a certain hobby, person, thing that never has and likely never will go away? Yeah, 110%. Anime. Do I tend to be very well liked and find it easy to make friends in any situation? Now, I don't want to be pretentious, but I say I tend to find it pretty easy to make friends if I'm dropped in a random place where I don't know anybody. Like, I'll figure shit out. You know, that's just who I am as a person. I didn't always used to be that way, but I am that way now. Like, even at this new job that I got, I feel like I've almost completely established myself in the status quo very well. I'd say I give myself a 5. I don't want to toot my own horn. Legend Guy 10 says 6. I feel like I very easily make friends as long as I don't make them on Twitter. I feel like I'm very easily able to make friends. All right, whatever. We'll go with 6. Your mood can change very quickly and often. Furious 1 minute, laughing the next. See, when you put it that way, no, not really. My emotions run very deep and can be overwhelming. I see a stray dog and I'm brokenhearted, or someone insults me and I want to fight them. 3. You hide your true self behind a mask. Pretend to be happy when you're very sad, or pretend to be like someone that you actually hate. I mean, everyone does that to a certain degree. I care more about my interest than about other people. What was that question again? I prefer doing things my own way over following someone else's instructions. Oh my god, if that isn't me, put into a sentence. I don't give a fuck what you just let me do it my own fucking way, and stop fucking telling me to do it whatever way. If I know how to do something and I like the way I do something, unless your way cuts out half the amount of time that I spend doing what I'm doing, I will always do it my way because I just feel more comfortable doing that. When I tell you that I probably have 18 different copies of the exact same fucking manga panel on my computer, because instead of just saving everything into a file and saying all these panels are for this character and all these panels are for this character, and being able to pull from the same file every single time I make a video, I consistently will, every time I make a video, start fresh and just start taking new panels and saving them and using them for the video. Would that cut out probably 2 hours from my editing time? Almost always, yes. Am I ever going to change the way that I do that? Probably not, no. Why? Because I'm a stubborn piece of goddamn shit. If I can't do what everyone else wants, I should just do what I want. I mean, that's pretty fair. I'll put a 4 on that. Noab seems like the type of person to do something 2 times as long just because someone told him how to do something. Yes. I'm good at solving problems intuitively and don't like dealing with details. Example, I can solve a math problem in my head but struggle to do the step-by-step equation on paper. Again, that is literally me in a sentence. I'm not very good at expressing my emotions to others. Example, I'm terrible at saying thank you. Depends on what it is. I'll put a 3. Depends on what it the fuck is. I again got specialist. Any psychologist in chat analyzing this, men? Fair enough. Very cool, guys. All right.